Welcome, RPG Limit Break fans, to the Final Fantasy Randomizer Tournament of Ordeals. Match 1 between Celes and Rydia. My name is Thavian Hawk. With me in the booth today is Sofnum with our tracker Mechlin and our restreamer Jay Scheidel. Sofnum, what are we looking for with these parties and blursings?
So today our fighter ended up with plus 25 agility and plus 10 luck. And we should say going into this that these are the Winter Tournament 2024 C flags for this setup. I know it's random for every race, so we want to kind of start there. The Thief ended up with Elemental Magic and Hurt Undead. The Black Belt has plus 20 hit points and Hurt Dragon. The Red Mage has plus 1 MP level L, which is great, and plus Exit. White Mage has plus Thief Swords and plus 40 hit points. And the Black Mage has 800 gold points and plus 10% hits.
You know, you gotta wonder if the plus 1 MB all and exit on that red mage is gonna make it pretty tempting.
Yeah, I mean, I think we were doing a little chatting before this, but I think Fighter Thief Red Black or Fighter Thief Red Red.
Well, it looks like both runners went with your first choice there with the Thief Fighter Red Black, and I do not blame them.
Yeah.
This is a newer tournament seed, so we've got things like improved evasion on that Thief, making it much more usable.
Yep.
Plus, it has elemental magic, so free sweeper.
Yeah, I mean, the Thief was an easy take here. Plus, it is worth noting, though, that we do not have the lockpicking on in this particular flag set. So
do any of the flags have lockpicking? I don't remember.
I don't know, because the last one I did was like before the lockpicking was a thing. So,
that's the fun of having one of 8 seeds to roll from, and those 8 seeds are literally 8 years difference. We've had seeds that don't even have like blursings that are that old.
Yeah. Yep, that was a couple days ago where no, there are no blursings, there's no blursings on the weapons. It was quite a good time here.
Jay Scheidel, our restreamer, is saying, no, none of these seeds do have lockpicking, so nothing we have to worry about. They have to actually find that key.
Fair enough.
So
I
what
never really thought through that.
Yeah, so those who didn't follow the winter tournament this year, this is a 28 shard hunt. So they do not need to kill the fiends to get a Topher. They just need to collect 28 shards, get the key and the loot. That said, the first 2 fiends, Earth and Fire, are worth 2 shards each, and the water and air fiends are worth 4 shards. So getting a kill on those fiends is progress to the goal, as well as the scaling for XP and gold is actually tied not to incentive items but to shard count. So every 6 shards or 1 row they get an increase in the XP and gold gains.
Yep, and also they get 100% for every orb lit, and so you will probably see them chase after those lit orbs.
And well, on into magic.
Yeah, fighter's not going to learn many of those. Warp saber. What are we doing?
We have a reroll. I think we're going to go Thief Red Red. Or Thief Rainbow. Thief Rainbow for Rydia.
Rainbow.
Those gold bracelets at 56,000 gold for a gold -1 are never going to get bought.
Yeah, I'm like, it's a lot of money on that.
Yeah. That Black Mage with that plus 800 gold definitely coming in handy with the switch to 3 casters. Gold or magic tends to be expensive, especially in the early game.
Yeah, but it can be pretty powerful too, depending on, what you see and what you get rolled. Like, that cake's going to do some work.
Most definitely. Plus, now you got Warp and Exit available. 2 free charges with the Red Mage, but the White Mage and the Black Mage both have movement enhancements. That's going to help a lot. And there's our first incentive item. It is the Crown found loose. Oh, did I mention this is a loose? So, Shard Hunt with loose.
Yep. the incentive items will turn into one of the mystical weapons or like a saber monk or something along that ilk. So that crown's going to be good for something. But
Tail Vorpal, yep, Tail Vorpal, Excal, Opal Bracelet, Power Bonk, and Ribbon and the Power Rod, which is the Roostic.
Yep. Oh, Garland.
Will Garland do anything? Wow, Celeste just saying... I'm just going to do this until it's done. It works. Has 2 charges.
Yeah, there we go.
And ship from the king and bottle from the princess. That is immediate maneuverability through the inner sea. Very much appreciated.
Yep. You know what's on in this flag set? It's a speedboat.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of very slow movements. For anyone who was following earlier today on FF1, we had a seed that went 2 hours and 30 minutes where one of the racers literally got stuck trying to navigate in the seas, having not found the floater for over an hour.
And there's a bridge.
I'd say it's a womp, justifiably resetting out of that.
Yeah.
I like the play, though, checking those 2 chests in case you get some gold you might need for magic, or find some other relevant item. Cure 3 at level 2, that's nice to see, as well as Heal 3 and Expert. And ooh, Temper, that is definitely nice to see, especially if your fighter, your thief is going to be your primary damage dealer.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like the Thief Rainbow is looking better. And we do have the improved harm on, so harm will kind of hit like a elemental spell. A little bit.
Yeah, that harm 2 at level 1 for white partially might have affected why the reroll was done to get a white mage instead of the knight, because there you go, harm 2 for that white mage sweeps the party.
Yep, we see Fire 2 on the other side doing very similar work. Both people through Bicky. We get a key. He is nice, especially this early.
That pretty well unlocks all the things that need to be unlocked. I mean, short of having the Oxyale to get down, or in the canal to get to Onrak and into the Sea Shrine to get to TFC, that key unlocks, well, only things in the Inner Sea.
Yep, the things we can go do and you know, never underestimate the value of not having to backtrack.
Oh, indeed. Thankfully, this is a Jay Scheidel seed, not an Oslaughter seed, so we're not likely to see too much ping-ponging.
That's good.
Oh, Sahags with Glare. Yeah, Celeste resets out of that, and the TNT found in Matoya's closet. And the Adamant.
The
double down.
Special. What has Matoya been visiting the dwarves lately, I guess? Or maybe the dwarves visit her.
Well, she needed to get a new crystal and thought the dwarves might have dug something up for her, but instead she just said, no, I'm taking this until you get me a new orb.
Oh, and we found an herb.
That's like French.
Which is kind of nice.
That's like French vanilla, because normally you get the TNT, which you got. I don't know. The herb where you normally get the TNT-ish. Because you would get the TNT, you would give it to the guys to get the canal, but to get the TNT basically. You needed to get the key, which you got from the prince, which you got with the herb.
Yeah, so it's backwards.
Ooh, hey, ice plus 1, that's a pretty solid weapon for that fighter. Pre-promotions, best weapon we've seen so far.
Yeah, that ain't bad. Gargoyles have poison touch.
That's just annoying, but they're runnable, and a rod, that's another incentive item found.
But a Pro Capeman, honestly, kind of a dearth of shards.
You know, the last time I saw one of these seeds, yesterday, We didn't have like 4 or 5 shards for the first like 30 minutes of the seed. It was items and gold,
You
which
know,
really worked out. So
yeah, I mean that's kind of the way you want it to line up. You kind of want all your progression open and then find all the shards would be ideal, but that's the first time I've seen one of these seeds where it's quite this ideal. We haven't
the
been
la-
to any of the big tropes yet, though. So
yeah, the last thing you want to be is under equipped and under leveled. So finding those shards early can be a double-edged sword. If you find the shards early, you start to level faster, but it means you haven't found so much equipment. Go store.
oh, and the speedboat, enjoying it already. And we're immediately going to the locked chests up here. We get a tent, a good amount of gold, and a shard.
First shard,
First
7 minutes 25.
And what does the prince have for us? The X-Scowl rolled up. So that's good for Celes.
Yeah, that makes promotion and keeping that fighter much more valuable. For Rydia, it's just going to be gold.
I feel compelled to point out that people say Rydia and Rydia, so feel free to use either one. Let's see here. Getting our bridge. Not that it matters, but you know,
Fading the Hooray Dwarf, that's disrespectful. Power Bonk, that's actually an appropriate item to get from a smith.
Yeah. One made of adamant would be pretty good. And a ribbon, which is less appropriate from a stick of dynamite, but
Well, I mean, it's his charm for good luck and protection during dynamite detonations underground. And there's the canal from the dwarves, but not from the dwarf that you just normally get it from. And a light axe, free harm 2, saves you some charges.
mm-hmm.
Lugging the Ice 3 and Lock 2 at level 4 Black Magic, that's actually really nice to see.
Yeah.
Also had Harm 4 and Wall at level 4 White.
Ooh, Harm 4 is nice. Very short of fades, very nice spell. On these flags, anyway.
Well, for Rydia with the White Mage, that is effectively Fade.
Yeah. Oh, no canoe.
So Celes has not been to Matoya, I don't believe, or we just missed the TNT and Adamant pickup. So this is just like a... Wait, Womp? Nope, has the item. Nope, it does not have the items, so just gonna get the canal and go.
Yeah, I mean, the chest density here is pretty nice, and there's no encounters, so it's kind of free.
Yeah, and I mean, the ribbon and the adamant aren't progression, they're just things you really want to have. So coming back here, once likely have the floater, it's not the biggest time loss. Plus, unlike Rydia, who went there initially, I believe. No, was it Celes who went here first? It was Celes who went here first and then reset out after finding the bridge.
Reset all the way back, yeah.
So technically triple dipping dwarves.
Yeah. Sometimes you triple dip dwarfs. Sometimes you have to.
Yep. No lazy dwarfs though this time. We had Hoarder Matoya.
Yeah.
Well,
I do seem to remember that Matoya usually had something nice.
Yeah, it's weird that those 3 chests are so often places where a loose was found. Even if the loose isn't like a logically ordained, if it's set to chaotic, it'll still happen. Ooh, Saber plus 2. That's a cromulent weapon for that thief.
Yeah.
Bracket level 3 black was also nice to see, along with lit 3 and ruse for white at level 3. So the magic so far has not been bad at all.
one of the other things that I'm kind of noticing right now is we do have our unrunnables up to 16% on this flag set. Oh, there it came up. I'm just cursing the runners left and right here. But yeah, it's a higher than normal kind of unrunnable set.
Jay Scheidel, our resumer, pointing out chain +3 cheap at Elfland. Given the fact we've got red mages, that's basically the best armor you can buy for that character, so go for it.
Yep.
And Rydia just got a chunk of money, so might liquidate that X-Cal. Oh wait, no, they've got 75,000 gold already. Not needed.
Nope, we're good. So,
Silver bracelet and a second shard. So far, Earth is paying out.
coral sword. It's not too bad.
Not as good as the ice, but it is usable. So there you go. Now the red mage has something to do if it doesn't have charges.
I feel Astos is not long for this mortal coil.
Earth pays out another. It is a chime and a third shard, so that's huge. Celes is definitely gonna want to get that crown turned in sooner than later because that that X-Cal swingable in hand. But Rydia also, loot. There you go. Northwest paying big too.
Yeah, this is a great play. Looks like, are we heading? Yes.
Marsh it is.
Marsh, I guess? Yeah.
You've got the key, you've got warp and exit, so you might as well full clear it.
Yeah. I mean, what I was going to say, though, is that, one of our runners has faded Marsh. And one of our runners has not. Does this give us clues as to who is who?
Ghost Store on Celeste's side, gotta love that, and the fire armor or fire shield +3, but I honestly don't know the runners that well enough. I just know that Cece, if she's in this tournament, hates black belts with a flaming passion, or just does not like them, so unlikely to see black belts with her. And if Danny's in this tournament for some reason, I don't think she is, we wouldn't expect to see a white mage.
Well, yeah, for sure. I mean, we know who Rydia is not, because yes,
actively rerolling to pick one up.
Yeah, I mean, we reset out, so
then not fizzle then,
right? Yes, I was. We were commenting about this before for comms here about how fitting and interesting the names were this time, just kind of by chance.
Another light axe. If you didn't already have an ice sword +1, it'd be a pretty valid weapon to swing with that fighter.
Yeah.
Especially in Earth, where you've got tons of undead. Like this blue smear that's about to be on the... Yeah.
Ooh, are we going to cake the vampire? No, okay. We did light axe the vampire, though.
A bit of a 2-tap and an ice sword to the back, so job done.
And we have the rods, so we can make it through.
Let's see if Marsh actually pays out with a slab. That's something. If they find the canoe, that's going to be the big, like, wow. Ooh, floater. Ooh, hello.
Well, how's the other half of that look? Now we really want to find the canoe. Because that dock is not on in this flag set.
Yeah, for anyone who followed the tournament, y'all know that the 2024 tournament was known for the canoe is somewhere special, like Sky. Like, always CCs. Never fade CCs. Trauma exists.
Nice purring. Yeah, don't fade mermaids, but that's, I mean, and G-Shadow, who is our restreamer in chat, reminding me that I should point out, because it is not actually truly obvious, but our runners are all running under pseudonyms. That is one of the kind of features of the Tournament of Champions this time, is that each of our runners has an assumed identity, and so we get to guess which of our previous champions this may be.
It is literally to the point at which they are restreaming using Twitch channels that the community controls, and they have their own pseudonym names and the tracking and everything. So I think maybe 4 or 5 people know who all the runners are, and the runners don't know who anyone else is. 4 total people on Earth.
Yes, and even the field is slightly obfuscated because we don't know who may or may not have made it.
I like the Quake strat. Fire 3. That Fire 1 is doing Fire 3 level damage because we have the improved elemental damage enabled on this flag set.
And it doesn't matter because we kicked Leech anyway.
There's 2 shards for Celes. This Earth dive proving to be very fruitful.
Yeah, and not too hard. I mean, that was a very straightforward dive.
Same way as with Rydia. That marsh dive was uneventful and came out of it with pretty valuable items.
Yeah.
Well, potentially valuable item, I should say. Fast and Quadex at level 5 black, and that level 5 black is acquirable by the red mage, so fast for the red and the black mage.
Yeah, that'll be really nice once we get to kind of that Topher area.
Pro rings for sale and silver bracelets, so affordable gear.
Yeah, I mean, this so far, I don't even really want to say it, but the seat's been pretty nice.
Yeah, I say affordable gear, but those are 31,000 gold pro rings, and they actually have enough money for it. This is not a poverty seed.
No, but you open enough boxes, you're gonna come across a bunch of money, right? And we got the tail, so we're gonna go promote.
Celes looking like they're going towards Crescent.
Yep. Rydia is probably... I mean, I would guess Earth is our next stop anyway. If I had to put money on it or something.
I'm trying to remember, we didn't have the confused old men in this flag set, did we?
Unfortunately, we did not. Although,
oh, dang.
If I remember correctly, that is one of the optional flags that the administrators have graciously allowed our runners to agree to turn on. It is not in this seed, but
level 6 fade and harm 3 at white. That was some useful magic, but pretty high level, unfortunately. And a hard reset out. Gold isn't worth it. Just reset and go. Probably, I'd say at this point, you're going to check what that crown is, because it's an item you got and you're relatively local to it. There's the Sahags with the stone poison, evidently.
Ooh, gross.
So the stone poison or stone touch. Either way, there were 2 statues there.
Well, we're gonna go pick up our dead friend here. And then... yeah. So
the docks we do have enabled are the Bahamut dock, which we saw Rydia use to promote, as well as the dock for on-rack and the dock for the desert to get to Mirage.
Yep. And so they have access to... I mean, I think it's like Gaia is pretty much like the only thing that they really don't have access to.
Yeah. Gaia, Lefane, and the Cardia Isles, and until they have the
And some of the
canoe,
Guardians, yeah.
and until they have the canoe, they also don't have access to Volcano, the there's the loot from Northwest Castle.
Yep.
They don't have access to Volcano. They do not have access to Ice or Waterfall. And if the shop item, if there is a shop item, because there could be no shop item, uh, if that would land in the caravan, they do not have access to the caravan. But at this point, they just want to find the canoe. Well, at least Celes does, because they already have the floater. Rydia will have it soon.
Yeah. So that's gonna get their tail, though. Got disposal there.
Well, according to our tracker notes, it looks like the crown turned into the tail, which confuses me because Celes was just in Northwest Castle to get that loot. So either
Yeah,
they forgot they
fade Astos?
yeah, either they forgot they had the crown, or they forgot they had the crown. I'm gonna think they forgot they had the crown.
Yeah, something. It's one of those things where I've caught myself thinking, "Oh, I'll ask them in the post-race interview. What did you? Why did you fade the crown?"
Now,
Like,
Jay Shadell's saying maybe they don't want to promote, but here's the simple fact: A, they don't know if that's the crown or the crown's the tail or not, and B, they already have an X-Cal that rolled up. So
yeah, this
I'm
party
gonna
wants
go
to
with they
promote.
forgot.
I mean, yeah, this party wants to promote. So.
Well, I mean, the adamant and the TNT, those are both turn-in items, and those were the ribbon and the power bonk that we know. So those aren't required, but as you said, they are very good items.
We'll remember. It'll be fine.
Indeed.
I find
Meanwhile,
myself somewhat
Celes,
unconcerned now. Depends on like how far they get. Ooh.
indeed, chime for one side, slab for the other, just trading spaces for wherever each other has been. Rydia is going to catch up on the shard count because, to my knowledge, did not get really any shards out of this marsh dive.
Yeah, I believe I commented on it at the time that we hadn't really seen a lot of shards. I think one or two. But good time to dive. Got the key. Earth
That
kind of
fire,
making up for it, though.
yeah, the fire shield that's going to be picked up here for Rydia is going to be very nice to see because that goes straight onto that promoted ninja. Fire +3, that's a totally solid upgrade. There you go.
Well, you both the ribbon and the pro ring anyway, really. Cobras have
Celes dealing
poison.
with... Yeah, well, I mean, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I'm okay with this. I can't be mad at it.
And wow, Rydia actually going out of the way to check TFC, or Earth TFC, and found nothing of note.
Firebomb or something.
I think it was a copper bracelet.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Ooh, fun.
Not
Those
useful.
little scorpions with stone poison or stone touch.
Ooh.
That's one statue in Celeste's party. For another thing, normally we'd have something like shuffled trap tiles, but with this flagship we do not have shuffled trap tiles. These are vanilla trap tiles with shuffled scripts. That Zeus bonk is kind of cool, but...
So you hope that, like, you know, your Agamas or whatever don't roll insta-death. That does happen.
Oh, go north!
Oh, we're going...
Now the question is, where is the canoe? I mean, at this point, it's probably going to be Oxyale in Mirage, which is going to be Cube, which is going to get them into Sky, and then the canoe is going to be in some form of Sky Chest. Probably CC's. I'm always going to say CC's.
Are we gonna go see? I think we might be. Be checking Barrage.
Well, this is literally the only thing they can do at this point, so this has to be progression. Looks like Celes taking a bit of a note, and there's that floater for Rydia. So this is either going to be the canoe, the floater, or the canoe, the Oxyale, or the cube. Or the ruby, which then gets us access to Sarda.
And gets us access to 4 chests.
True. The logic could point put the chests behind, or the loose progression behind those chests, or in those chests.
Yep.
And something took out all but the thief on Rydia's party. I missed what that was. Some sort of sweeper spell, I'm guessing.
You know who has exit though? Oh wait, it's the red mage.
Yeah, and I don't think they went back and got warp on the ninja. And now we're having enough charges at this point. In fact, no charges have been found yet. Or been level 2 yet.
Yeah.
They're at level 7, and charges start at level 15.
Guess Celeste is having a thing.
Well, having the light axe to use on this pack of undead is definitely going to make getting to Lich more doable. But does Rydia actually take the fight with Lich solo? Looks like they're going to try it.
Yeah. Save on game overs.
I don't remember if it is. Let me search.
I don't remember where that is in the... Nope. It is off. It's under adjustments.
Yep, it is indeed disengaged. Usually that's only something we find when we do stuff like a deep randomizer or entrance and floor shuffle to incentivize risky dives early on. Nope. Just spotted the FFR raid from the previous, or the other race going on. Welcome, FFR fans. You're joining us in. We have some divergence from our runners. We had a duo of Fighter Thief Red Blacks originally, but Rydia re-rolled to pick up a White Mage instead of the Fighter, wanting more spells. This is the Winter Tournament 2024 flags, as Softenham in chat is pointing out, so Shard Hunt with Loose. So far, we have found the floater, but we have not found the canoe. Progress is gated somewhere behind something, and both of our runners are just kind of running through the routes. We have both our runners taking out Lich, so 2 shards for there, clearing out Earth. But the search is on for more progression.
So what you're telling me is that this is a Winter Tournament 2024 seed. I seem to remember this being quite the game we used to play.
You know, it is indeed that. But at least we have Speedboat and Blursings. Blursings that very much incentivize the Red Mage being taken with the +1 MP or all levels and plus exit. The White Mage actually has Thief Swords and plus hurt or 40 HP, and the Black Mage came with plus 10% hit, but also plus 800 gold. So reasonable stack for magic. The Thief, though, with elemental magic and hurt undead, was a pretty well must take. There's that level 6 Fade, level 3 6 Harm 3, and Invis 2. Stacked level 6 magic, but a little annoying to use. And what does Sarda have for Celes? 83 grand, or 8 grand. These 4 chests have to have our progression, so this will be interesting. Unless Cardia... We haven't checked Canaria locked, have we? Oh, there's the cube. So that's progression.
So now we gotta go back to the tower. And we can find the canoe in Celes.
So Rydia has gotten the Adamant and the TNT. Those were actually in Matoya's closet. Quick check there, which turned into the power bonk and the ribbon from the incentive pool. Celeste does not have those. Also has not stopped in with the crown to take out Astos, which got the tail. That's something Celeste is definitely going to want because they've already found an X-Cal +2, and with that fighter in the party... Oh, sweet. The Kaizokos have very powerful electrical magics and shock to death Celeste's party.
Very.
For the first time since, like, Provoca, both of our runners are going to be in the same place. It's been quite divergent this run so far. This is the first time Rydia is going to Mirage. Celeste has already cleared Mirage 1 and 2 and is going straight into Sky.
Yes, but this is a forced ping pong because Ruby is like right here.
Indeedly do. Some sandwiches
Ooh,
off the hard
sandwich.
reset. Celeste definitely gonna take a look at that. Got some charges, wants to get some more survivability because Sky is kind of the last dungeon vanilla and has some pretty dangerous encounters.
Yep. Especially as you go up. I mean, you would always find the Warmac, but even if you don't find the Warmac, it can be pretty scary.
Seeing about 10 shards on Celeste's side, probably likewise on Rydia, having been to basically the same places. So not that many shards, as we said before. This has been a equipment early kind of flag set, or kind of seed. Celeste onto the cube block as Rydia heads onto that second floor to loot the greater than less than. Now the question is, will the canoe be in the bottom chest on 1? And if it is, we will laugh because it's unlikely anyone checks that because it's so unlikely that it actually is the item. I still think the canoe will be in CC's. Although the canoe could be in the sea because we could get the Oxeon. That Sunsword and that Ice Armor +3. That is a huge upgrade over that Iron Armor for that Knight and can immediately go onto the Ninja post-promotion.
Yeah, looking pretty good here.
Oop, they are going for the 1-pack.
And it's a house. It's actually not that bad.
Yeah, definitely a usable item. Haven't seen many houses purchased, honestly.
Yeah, I noticed that Celeste had a few houses. It's actually probably nice to see.
Rune +5. That is a very nice weapon. The Sunsword going on the Red Mage, so the weapon selections, even pre-promotion, are quite good. We have seen a lot of seeds recently that have like -2, -3 for all the good stuff, but not today, not this time. Greater than less than, what will it pay out for Rydia? Meanwhile, Celeste dealing with some Gurmedusas because snake ladies of a different variety. Money in a house.
Money and a house.
Rydia on the way to ping pong their cube acquisition from the Titan's Trove, as Celes makes their way to the second of the 6 locations on the Sky 2 floor. I am shocked he's trying to run. That is a very juicy pack if you've got fire magic, but guess not.
Yeah, metal slimes are pretty good. Usually worth a kill. There's an eye. We're hoping to fight that.
Got some swords. Poke it in the eye.
I wanted to kick it.
Wow,
Ooh,
that hurt
thief.
undead does amazing damage.
Wow.
Wait, does the eye count as an undead, or was that just a weapon bonus
I don't really
of
know.
some sort?
It's amazing, though. Ooh, sharp.
That definitely had nothing to do with the blessings for that thief, unless it was an undead. And even then, 400 at like level 11 or 12.
Must have crit twice or something. Gold -1.
I mean, they're 35,000 gold at the shop, so
Yeah, maybe.
it's a precious metal thing. And is it gonna be CC's?
Here's the canoe. Canoe. There's a shard. Nope. But an opal armor. Which is a good consolation prize.
Well, progression has to be here. I was just hoping it'd be in CC's, because that's where I left it. Using the warp trick out to save some steps. Gonna check the 6-pack on the right side. Meanwhile, Rydia burning off some encounters to get back out of Titans. And Blizzard from the Mad Cats. How fun is that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that, like, I really associate Mad Cats with Blizzards, but...
Sarda had a bunch of gold. Nothing too fancy.
Yeah,
Celes actually
he was the
reset out
bomb.
of it. Oh, opal armor? Who needs +4 opal armor when you can immediately find dragon armor +5? Instantly drops the opal armor. Says take. I don't think rock galls need poison touch, but they have poison touch.
Apparently they do need Poison Touch. We're going to resurrect our dead friend.
This guy has the canoe.
Yeah. Do we exit?
Honestly,
Or do
you're
we go
out.
through?
Nah, you're down your red mage. You're not nearly high enough level. You've now got the floater. You've got the canoe. You can warp it and or exit out.
We are on our Whitecaster. Forgot.
Yeah. Honestly, doesn't have any warp charges available on the black mage, I guess? Or just remembered, oh wait, I have warp charges.
I
There
think
you
that,
go.
like, they were trying to save the warp charge or something because it's a relatively easy level to walk.
Indeedly do. Honestly, Mirage 1 has one of the shortest runs between stairs for floors, I think, in the entire game. That isn't like a connector floor in
Which
sea
isn't like
or ice.
sea or volcano too, you know, those little ones. Yeah, it's very short.
So Celes will be our first runner in the air just past 40 minutes. That is huge. Hopefully remembers the crown exists so they can get the tail and get promoted, because then they can use that dragon armor and all the other things. Does have the bottle though, so we're going to see what the fairy has. I'm going to assume it's the Vorpal at this point.
Yeah,
Could be the Orpal.
Probably.
It could be the Opal.
I'm gonna assume it's the Vorpal. Oh, and there's the crystal for sale.
Well, that's going to take him towards Matoya. That'll get him his power bonk and ribbon, because I'll take him straight to the dwarves with the both TNT and adamant in Matoya's closet.
Maybe
So
we'll
that's actually
circle back
really big
around
to
and get
find.
that. Yeah, you're right. It's a Vorpal.
That would mean the Roo stick is our slab, and that's the next thing Celes is going to check, because I already got it translated. Or the opal. Slab or opal? Or rustic or opal, I should say.
Yep.
No Loompa-Loompas this time. Both of our runners got the slab, and it is an opal. It rolled down, but it's still an opal. It is an upgrade over the Chainmail +3 on that red mage, it seems. That is an incredibly well-kitted team or party at the moment, and takes advantage of the free clinic. Not only has the clinic been added to Lefane, this tournament's had free clinics for extra resability. Now, proximity-wise, you're pretty much saying, I have the crystal, let's just chase that down now. That would be my thought if I were Celes. How about you?
Yeah. Go chase down the crystal. Looks like what we're gonna do. Yep. That might lead us to dwarfs. We'll have to see. Ooh, rustic. And the TNT. If I remember correctly, some gold house.
Yep, and that's going to be our incentive turn-ins all taken care of, except for the crown, which we know is the tail, which Celes may or may not remember they have. We are fingers crossed because, again, totally set up with gear. This is a much wanted thing.
No. You want to hold the power block. It's fine. I guess we get rid of one of our pro rings. Wow, we are not wanting for armor.
I was figuring you'd swap the Zeus bonk out for it, but just made some space on that bottom character. And there's the ribbon, another thing you want to ditch something for. I think the Zeus bonk or... Oh, a spare opal shield? No. Silver helm, that actually makes sense. That's a headpiece for a headpiece.
Yeah. Plus, like, it's probably the worst piece of armor.
I like that. He actually put the Adam... Or he didn't have a ring for that fighter or thief or whichever was in the second slot. It looks like it was a fighter, so...
We went north.
I mean, Cardia could possibly have a Roxy Ale. But the crown with the tail of the... This is not the... I'm sad.
You're not afraid of me? I'm impressed. I'm a little sad, too. We're gonna... Yeah, I mean, I guess. Guess it's an upgrade, sort of.
Bane
How
Sword
many
is a Bane
shards?
Sword.
I'm probably 20, I would guess.
Right now, Celes, I think, is
15.
about 14 or 15, just into the second row. Or third row, I should say.
Okay,
Cardia
so
has a good
like
number of
14
chests.
left.
That was 16 shards on Celeste's side. Of 28 required, make that 15.
Yep.
Or 17,
and 12
sorry.
12 on Rydia's side, so...
I have to do the math that it's 6 per line, so one off the line means 17. Well, that's Cardia Treasure Islands taken care of. Guess stocking some items. Already purchased the crystal from Gaia, so nothing there of note. Has the canoe, but is not going to Waterfall, because, well... This weird diagonal... Oh, I'm curious as to this diagonal flight path. Volcano. Okay, well, chest dense and 2 shards at the bottom guaranteed. Meanwhile, Rydia is going to find some sweet armor they can't use.
Does make those decisions easier. Neutral coppers.
Well, I mean, if the fastest way to get anywhere is by curving because space is curved, then 2D play 3D thing? I don't know. An Aegis Minus. I honestly, I don't think the Aegis Minus is better than the Opal Plus 2.
Oh,
Yeah,
probably
he's gonna
not.
leave it.
I didn't notice that we had the Opal Plus 2, but yeah,
Yep.
I think you're right. I think it's probably like a toss-up.
Yeah, the plus 2 for the added absorb versus the difference in protection is definitely a go.
Yeah.
Jay in chat saying it's worth it if they have a ribbon. Well, they only have one
Or if they
ribbon
don't
so
have it.
far, so
Hairpin turns is proof of space-time. Yeah, that's. I'll get behind that one. That's a gross path.
Rydia finding and saying, nope, I don't need Dragon Armor plus 5. I rolled out of that, or re-rolled out of that party. And at this point, I'm not saying that was a bad idea, although finding the Vorpal or... In fact, actually, there should be one more item, and that's the Vorpal. We haven't seen it, have we?
No, we saw the Vorpal. It was, you called it.
Am I just
what it was.
forgetting it?
Yep.
Sarah, from the bottle. It was, yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, from the ferry.
From the ferry, that makes sense. And there's the Oxale and Volcano, so that is all Fiends found. That's key, that's loot. I mean, at this point, that's 6 shards in the form of Fiends, so only need to find 2 more loose shards and kill 2 more Fiends. Or just kill the 2 beans in Sky and Sea, so...
Yeah, I mean, we're getting pretty close here. Maybe we'll finish in under 2 hours. We do have long Topher, though, which is always kind of can sometimes put a damper on fun things.
Yes, Topher is the great equalizer, and long Topher means possibly large numbers of very annoying encounters. Sadly, mid Topher was introduced for the Lefanian Ladder tournament, not the Winter tournament. White shirt, -6, but a white shirt nonetheless. That is pretty good. And Rydia actually going... Oh, +6. Okay, even better. Rydia is going after the Sky Dragon Queen. So, that'll be interesting. Will we see Braxtrats? Defense sword. Okay, so Invis caster item and Ruse caster item out of this volcano dive along with the Oxale. This is proving lucrative.
Yeah, that's almost necessary at this point. Since...
Also, will we get a robot chicken encounter? And a ribbon.
Ooh.
Okay, this is huge.
And a loose ribbon. So who gets the ribbon now?
Ditch the Pro Cape. Oops, Zerspawn. You know, that actually makes sense. It's not a relatively effective item at this point.
The thief just has to lug around the fighter's extra equipment.
Well, I mean, the thief gets to absorb most fighters' current equipment once promotion occurs.
That's fair.
Thieves are hand-me-down specialists. They take other things from other people either way. Meanwhile, Tia, do we get a Brack? We didn't get a Brack. Power Bonk, Brack attempt number 2. We get a Brack.
Broken into pieces.
Turn 1, second cast, Brack kill, 4 shards and a Sky Orb. Lit for Rydia. Meanwhile, an Agamo taking out a Black Mage, it looked like. And no life magic has been found just yet, so that Black Mage stays down. That Agama is thick. That Ice Sword swinging fighter just did 300 plus damage to it, and it didn't die.
Yeah, we'll probably be leaving that Agama there.
Six shards left for Celes, trying to get the 2 shards from Carry. They'll leave 1 Fiend kill away from Go mode. Meanwhile, Rydia does not have the Skyboat, is going to Ordeals. They have the canoe, they have the floater. They're just going to say, let's try doing Ordeals now because it's faster to get here via the boat and the river dock than walking from the floater landing spot. So, oof, 350 damage from onto Carry, but Sleep lands on that Thief. Fast goes out on the fighter, Temper going out on the fighter, Swing comes out, Carry takes 231 for 2 hits. This is an evasive Carry. Fire 2 doing a lot of damage. Hold taking the... Yeah, that Thief ain't gonna do jack. And 362, there you go. That's a dead Carry. That's 2 more shards. 4 shards away for Celes. And 2 orbs lit, so good experience gain for when they do choose to grind, if they do grind at all. This is a walking grind kind of party.
And Rydia is in Ordeal.
Could find some shards, but realistically just going to find some annoyance.
Yeah, just gonna have some encounters that are never very much fun. It's never very much fun in here.
Celes checking their shard. Yeah, Celes checking their shards is... Wow, Rydia made fast work of it. Did they even miss a pillar? It didn't look like it. Or they quickly
were on level 2, so...
So, Celes remembers the crown. There you go.
Yay, we get the crown.
Promotion, finally. And from there, Celes has the option. Ooh, fire armor +4. I mean, that's excellent. So, Ordeals could pay out as effective armor for the ninja on Rydia's side. Meanwhile, Celes finally gonna go promote and equip all that amazing gear onto the knight.
Yeah, we had some... there wasn't Ordeals. Celes immediately promoted. Rydia now... just on a shard?
I don't think they've realized, wait, I have the floater in the canoe. They're gonna go check what's in on-rack, maybe res a party if they needed to. Looking for magic, interesting. Zap and lock, and do we have life for life 2? We have life 2 at level 7. But, they're here. I can only imagine they're gonna gear up and they're gonna go waterfall because there's nothing else to do on the on-rack continent for them. They do not have that Oxyel yet. Yep, they're going waterfowl. Meanwhile, Celes on the continent in the river going straight down to sea to kill a Kraken and get into Topher. They are only those 4 shards loose. They do not have to check any more boxes. Shards short, not shards loose. Shards loose does not make sense.
Wait, it's vanilla waterfall?
Yeah, I don't think we have any proc gen on this one. Or it's an incredibly similar to vanilla.
I know.
You know it's proc gen when you find the float or the room like 3 tiles off the scroll.
Yeah. Or when you have like a very obvious intersection at the beginning. This is
Mummy Whiz Mummy packs, easy to kill with the spells they've got, worth a good amount of experience. Meanwhile, Celes literally beelining it straight onto Kraken's floor.
The Xcal rolled what? +2? I mean, we've had weapons galore. We've got... I mean, you name it, we've seen it.
Rune Sword rolled up. Sun Sword was vanilla. We've got a defense sword. X-Cal +2. I don't know if the defense sword rolled up or not, but it is a
It
valid
was a
caster
+4.
item. The white shirt rolled a +5, although Rita doesn't have it. It's in Volcano, along with the Oxyale. So,
Yep. And Celes is going to get the water shard here, the shards from the water, and probably go to Topher.
no Odoron, no Masa +5.
No Masa. I don't think we've seen the katana yet either.
We have not seen either katana. So, and I can't remember, was the Masa... The Masa is guarded by Mormech in an X chest, is it not? So, we have not seen that.
Yeah,
We
sorry
raided
about that.
most
thought-
places.
Yeah.
So it probably is here in C.
Maybe it's in Mermaids, which we will probably never see.
Yes, unfortunately, we will not be carbonating bubbles at this rate.
No. There's no way. Unless something very strange happens. Are we going to check the robot?
They had
the
a
robot has
Falchion
garbage.
-1.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Hey,
Feel
2
bad for the robot.
shards. That's 5 shards short for Rydia, so... Making it to Volcano, they can go get into Shard Go mode. They don't need anything else. They just need to go get that floater popped and get to Volcano. Meanwhile, Brack doesn't get the kill.
No. 2 hits 15. That's not great. 64. Probably need a few more buffs here.
Yeah, fast, temper, or just Brack strats. I mean, you got one more Brack, you might as well try it. Nope, gonna fast. This is an evasive Kraken.
Yeah, gonna do the boring thing. Yeah, see if we can... Maybe... Did we find Locker Lock 2 yet?
I do not know. I do know that at 5830, Rydia finally got in the air and is into Gaia. Gonna get their Vorpal, which so far is gonna be the best weapon they've got for that ninja.
And there's Life.
So Life and Life 2 were both at level 7.
Yeah.
Gross.
And we broke him into pieces. Kraken's gone. And Celes is ready for Topher. I mean,
Yep.
at least from a requirement standpoint.
Vorpal +2 equipped to that ninja for Rydia. Meanwhile, Celeste's ninja is currently a stone. There we go. No longer stoned. At this point, get all your potions, save outside Topher, and just dive. And if you're running low on levels, just grind in Topher itself. It just makes sense to me at that point. You're just short of an hour.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that. You could eat some sandwiches. We know where some sandwiches are. Those are nice.
Unfortunately, Odoron, we did not find any good tiles. The Agama floor, we checked the Agamas, they had like 300 plus hit points. So, nah. And we never went to ice, so we don't know what the eye tile was. And since this is the 2024 flags, it's vanilla tiles.
We did see an eye on Sky, but just randomly.
True, and somehow the thief did like 400 plus damage to it. So.
Yeah, somehow it died. It was kind of amazing. We have long Topher. Is there... Or, Jay Scheidel, do any of these flags have short Topher? Or maybe you know.
Aww. So, I enjoy the 4 Gasty pack, especially for a Toph grind. Well, there's no way Celes can't grind it because they're unrunnable. First encounter in Topher, unrunnable quad Gasties. Off the hard reset.
That's not great.
Great for it's unrunnable Magmus or Metal Slime. Second encounter coming back in. So this is a really fun Topher dive. I mean, half of me would have taken that quad Frosties. They would have gone down really well for what the magic they've already got.
I'm a little bit surprised that we're go, go, go.
I mean, these flags did end usually in the 1 to 115 range. Never really much of, I think only 2 or 3 were sub 1. So Celeste probably feels like I am basically right on time. And if I go any slower, my opponent's going to be like already in Topher. And just seeing those 2 unrunnable encounters that are really dangerous, it's like, oh, Topher must be madness. That's why my opponent still hasn't finished.
Yeah, makes sense.
Well, first Fiend floor, we are on Earth.
Yep. We're gonna be seeing what Lich 2 has in store for us.
Vanilla Nuke wipes the party. Like, the Thief is the only, or the Ninja, or the Knight, I should say, is the only one that's actually nuke safe in this entire party.
Yep.
How about this French Vanilla? It's a nuclear instead of a nuke.
I'm gonna go with Ink, turn 1.
We did not see the War Mech, so we don't know what was taken out of the skills and magic pool. Oh, Limp Punch. Okay, that's not nuke or nuclear, but this is a fairly thick Lich 2. Fairly thick, still isn't thick enough to not be a speed bump.
Yeah. Just goes away. Maybe Lich 2 did have all that nasty stuff, and we didn't see it, and we'll never see it. And this will just be a really easy Topher dive. I doubt it, but maybe.
Well, Carry 2, we've seen Carry 2s be incredibly brutal, like punching for 500 or having sleep touch and stuff. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, you can see there the weapons that are currently equipped are pretty solid.
Yep.
A dearth of excellent gear.
And the ninja gets stopped. Ooh, 7 hits for 518 with just a fast. That's I'll take it.
Yep, and the
Quad
ninja's
X.
just absorbing the damage, and there's an insta-kill with the Quad X. So,
Yep.
so far,
And
so
power
good.
word is 600, so worth it.
Yep, another one of the creature comfort changes for this flag set was upping the power word scale so high that it's like, you might as well throw it at the face. Celeste pulls into Kraken, fasting the fighter, tempering the fighter, or the Knight really is the big stick at this point. There's not nearly enough levels on the Ninja to justify casting buffs on it. Just going to use the defense sword for evasion, swing, buff, and buff. Might try a Brack. Nope, gonna go Lit 3. I wanted to see a Brack. We all wanted to see a Brack. 577 up 7 hits.
Brack, but...
And there's a nuclear, and none of the party members... Oh, never mind. The Black Mage died.
It's kind of okay.
Kinda. You already have... Well, there's the Thief down 2, and we don't have life charges. So, 2-man, level 20. Defense sword onto that Knight. Heal up and ready to take on the Dragon Queen at her full strength.
Or, I guess that's what we do. I would be tempted to exit.
Well, yeah, use exit or stack warps. Oh, Bane from the Dragon Queen doesn't get the job done. Defense sword coming out. Doesn't have an exit charge at that free level 8 exit. Gonna lock, try and keep the dragon's evasion down. Quad X not effective. The ribbon slash power or pro ring doing the job.
Yep. Probably at this point, so let's check their equipment. So I'm assuming the ribbons are on these 2 fine people.
Yep, they found the 1 ribbon in Volcano, I believe, and the 1 ribbon incentive. So, 2 party members, 2 heal 3, just topping off the team. Going with swing, going with weight. Ink coming out does nothing. And that's Tia down.
Ooh.
So 2-man makes it at level 20.
Wow.
Will Chaos be the great equalizer, or will this be an incredibly daring run to success?
Yeah, we'll have to see here.
That's a
This
good
is,
question, Jay. The question of whether or not you move the Vorpal onto the Knight, but in choosing not to. That Excal is +3, and the Vorpal, though, +2. You get more crit. Either way, you've got a Power Bonk, you've got a Defense Sword, and you've got a Fast Cast, and some
You have
Tempers.
hopes and you have hopes and dreams too.
So far, Lit 2 and some chump damage. This Chaos is not pulling, or is pulling some punches, but will it pull a Haymaker? Heal 3 gets the team topped off, and there's the nuke. So
And
there's
there's
the
the nuke.
Haymaker, and it rolled incredibly high on that Knight. Quad X does not get the kill. Cure 4 on the Knight. Cure 4 coming out from the Red Mage just to back it up.
And we're power bonking up here.
The instant death spells are pretty much a no value. Clock 2 to keep Chaos immobile. Lit 2 doing very little damage. The Ribbons doing their job. More power bonk going with swings. We get
Ooh,
a lot. That was
1332.
1330.
We may do
Yep.
this.
This is 2 hits away depending on how Chaos roll.
Yep, probably one more swing here, and we'll get your GGs out in chat for Celes, finishing with an official time of 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 50 seconds. And followed very swiftly by Rydia conceding. I guess unless you have any final thoughts, David, I figure we should take us out. What do we have going on tomorrow, Jay Scheidel, that we should talk about? Anything, any races tomorrow? Lots of races tomorrow, probably. 2 big races tomorrow. 6 o'clock Eastern PM and 9 o'clock Eastern.
Do we have a channel for those?
Oh, both double headers, both 4-player. Ooh, those might be nice. We are under negotiations for channels, but stay tuned. That is an excellent lead-in to join the Discord.
Feel free to check out FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. There you will find links to the Discord that's also in chat now. The Discord has all the information. You can check out what's going on with the groups, what's going on with different seeds and flag discussions, and or just random topics. There's tons of fun people to chat with. You can learn what's going on with the randomizer and keep track of the matches coming up, as well as the randomizer itself at FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. All you need is the ROM and an internet connection. Very handy, very fun. As
Absolutely.
for me, I got nothing more to say. We can't get the interview for these racers because obviously without voice modulators, them talking would kind of spoil their identities.
Yep, it wouldn't be a surprise anymore. That wouldn't be any fun. I do want to take a moment to thank our tracker Mecklin, our restreamer Jay Scheidel, and tournament runner Jay Scheidel. And thank you, Thavian Hawk, for commentating with me. It's been a good time.
Thank you much, and likewise to you and our crew and RPG Limit Break for hosting us for this run. Y'all have a very good evening.